Hey guys, I'm here to answer some more questions for you about Ceramic Pro. I get asked all the time, why Ceramic Pro? What makes Ceramic Pro unique? And honestly, before I started using it, I've never seen anything like it. It's gonna preserve the value of your vehicle. It's gonna make it shine like you've never seen before. And what I think is the best attribute about it is that it makes the car stay cleaner longer and so much easier to clean. I love my car and I love having it look shiny. And I know you guys are gonna love this too, but let me show you a little bit about why Ceramic Pro works and what it is. So, we've got Ceramic Pro 9H. This is the flagship product. This is what most people know us for. To explain to you what's in this bottle, there's silica dioxide and titanium dioxide and the secret sauce, the solvents. If I was to chop off the top of this bottle and expose it to air, basically over time, it would dry to about 65% hard glass. I want to show you an example of what that looks like. So here's actually a dried Ceramic Pro crystal that we left out overnight to form a hard glass. And you might be wondering, as often people do, they'll say, how can I put a glass on my car and expect that it won't shatter? Well, I'm going to be able to explain to you why that is. Ceramic Pro is not only hard and excellent at preventing staining, etc. from the paint, but it is also extremely flexible. What I'm going to show you here actually is a painted panel that's coated 50-50. So right down the line here, you can see this side is treated, this side is untreated. Not only does it make it more shiny, it also adds cool characteristics like anti-fingerprint. So you can see my fingerprints go on there, but they'll easily wipe away. And it's anti-stick and anti-scratch. So what I'm showing here is banging on the surface. You actually get scratches on the non-coated side, much less on the coated side, and on the coated side, they'll simply wipe away, and on the non-coated side, they don't. And then back to the question of how can glass, as a protection, not crack? Well, what I'm going to demonstrate for you here is a 50-50 coated panel. This panel here is the equivalent of our gold package, which is a lifetime warranted coating. And as I bend it, you will see that it bends and flexes at the same rate as paint. It will not crack. So what we talked about here is our gold package, a lifetime warranty, but please know we have a package for every budget and a service for every vehicle. I'm going to walk you over here too and explain to you a little bit more about how Ceramic Pro works. So what we've got here is called the anchor pattern. And this, I get asked a lot, is this orange peel or texture? It's not. It's much smaller than that. Because when we're talking about Ceramic Pro, we're talking about nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is basically very small. So anchor pattern is basically the open pores of your very small atomic level particles. What Ceramic Pro does is it takes your anchor pattern and it basically permanently fills the pores with silica dioxide and titanium dioxide, permanently increasing the hardness and the UV protection, etc., all of the great characteristics that Ceramic Pro offers. One of the other things that makes Ceramic Pro so unique and so special, it was designed from the beginning to be a multi-layerable coating. So what does that mean to you, the consumer, and to your vehicle? As you can see here, when anything is applied or Ceramic Pro is applied, it fills the majority of the pores, but you do have some peaks that remain above. So by adding multiple layers, you're able to achieve a brand new top substrate that's more visually appealing. It's also slicker and more hard. And that brings us to the term that you might hear so often, 9H. What is 9H? 9H is basically a measurement of hardness, and once we're able to achieve this new top substrate, you're able to get much closer to this 9H hardness than the original substrate. Like most typical clear coats, measure between 2 and 3H. So as you can see, we're able to almost triple the density of your original substrate. Coming over to explanation of how it works, how it bonds. So when you talk about waxes and sealants of the past, they worked by forming what we call a physical bond. So the particles are quite large And they did well at bonding to each other, but not so well at permanently filling the pores. So, showing you what a sealant would look like. The particles are quite large. They sit on top of the surface and bond to each other to protect what's underneath. Now, Ceramic Pro works in a different way by forming a covalent bond and permanently fill the pores using very, very, very small particles. And this effect cannot be washed off. Detergents won't remove it. Heat will not evaporate it as waxes and sealants had in the past. And this, once it's filled, is permanent, which is why we call it a permanent bond. So it cannot be removed by anything other than abrasion. And next I want to walk you to something that you commonly see with marketing a Ceramic Pro 2, which is water behavior or beading. And what you'll see is that the Ceramic Pro, once it fills the pores, it leaves behind what we call nanotubes that stand straight up. And the nanotubes allow us to get very insanely tight water beading. This is what promotes the self-cleaning effect, why your vehicle stays so clean so much longer and is so easy to maintain. Over time, of course, this can diminish somewhat. However, this effect here, the pores being filled, is a permanent bond. Your UV protection, your stain resistance, all of the things that are warranted, that are environmental, will remain permanently. Lastly, we get asked quite often, can I put this on my older car? Or will it fill in scratches? The answer to that is yes, of course you can put it on older cars, but it doesn't fill in scratches. It doesn't work that way. However, what's great about what we do is all of our technicians are also trained in the art of paint correction. And why would you need that? I'll explain it to you. So RIDS stands for Random Isolated Defects and Scratches. And what I mean by that is over time, as you wash the car, drive it, debris flies by on it, you'll get random scratches. And this drawing here is supposed to depict basically a 1 foot by 1 foot square on your car. The more RIDS you get, the more when you shine the sun on it or a direct beam, you see this spider webbing effect. So again, add more scratches over time, the tighter this effect becomes, the more pronounced it becomes, and the less clear your paint seems to be. But again, through the art of paint correction, which all of our technicians can do, we reduce the RIDS, and you may have an isolated scratch on your vehicle. However, you will not have this spider webbing effect. So, to summarize, we have 6-month all the way up to lifetime warranted packages, truly something for everybody. The future is now, wax is dead, and Ceramic Pro is the answer to preserving the value of your vehicle permanently. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to protecting your car.